Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be a very highly debated topic. We are going to be talking about catch cans, and I'm going to give you my opinion on whether you need one, whether I need one, whether I think anybody needs one for the z06 LT6 in particular. So before you jump out of your screen, I'm aware that everyone has a different opinion on this, but we're going to talk about it, and I ultimately did purchase one, and I'm going to be installing one today, and I'm going to talk about why I made that decision and what pushed me towards that path. So first of all, I want to thank Larry Newberry. He kind of told me about this company last week. They make a catch can for our z06. I did not know that this even existed, but what's even crazier is the week before that, I'd pulled some TVs off my car, and I noticed in the back of them, there's an oil residue, as you can see here. And this is the one that's furthest away from where the EGR enters, and this is the closest one. You can see there's quite a bit here. And even on the rims, you can see oil here. And I've had a bunch of intakes off of different cars, and there's not been a single time that I've had an intake off of one of the cars that I have not seen at least some sort of oil residue. Now, does that mean that everybody needs one? No, it doesn't. But what this tells me is my car in particular does. And the one that I purchased was this Improved Racing catch can that I got recommended by Larry Newberry. I didn't know one existed, like I said. And so this is what it comes with. And you get these are really nice hoses, first of all. So these are already heat shielded, which is nice. They got factory style connections here. And I've done a brief look at the instructions, look pretty easy peasy. And then you get your catch can itself, which you're gonna have to install the fittings on, fitting here, inlet and an outlet. And what's even cooler is it has this lock pin, which this is the push up setup. So we'll look at that here in just a second. But basically you push up on this, and this is how you turn this off. It's got a push lock. And as long as this is in there, this cannot come out. So it doesn't matter your G-loads, doesn't matter what's going on, this cannot loosen and pop off, because the last thing you'd want is to introduce all that air from the atmosphere to be able to get sucked into the intake. And it also comes with basically your fittings for your install, instructions, and then a little fancy little key fob. It's like a little trinket, I guess. I have to look at what I paid. I think it was about $300 or $400 for this thing. It wasn't cheap. Probably should have waited till Black Friday, but I was impatient. I wanted to go ahead and get it, so I bought it. And so today we're going to go through, take a look at everything more in detail, and we're going to put it on my car. You know me, I'm big on weight, and I normally won't add weight at all under any circumstances, but sometimes you need things to make the motor perform better, and in this case, I think I need this. So we're gonna install this and kind of go from there. And I'll post on the screen the actual link to the product. I have no affiliation with them. I've never sent them an email. I just happened to go online and order it just because I saw it, and I was like, I have a feeling I need this. And so I bought it. All right, and we're gonna be adding 3 pounds, 3.1 pounds to the car. You know, I'm about weight, but unfortunately it's a necessity, so I'll have to take it off elsewhere. All right, so first things first, we're gonna remove our factory. So this is your factory setup. Feeds into the side of the intake. These have little push pins down here. You push those, easy access hoses. And we're gonna take a look at those and examine for oil on each side. Now I do want you to see, put my finger in there, just in the hose itself, there's oil caking. So I'm definitely getting a lot that's coming by here. So I feel comfortable with my decision to put one of these on there, because I'm getting oil in there that I don't think I should be getting into the intake. And I understand the reasons for all of this, and there's going to be a big debate about it. You know, so it's one of those things where it's a factory emission system. The engineers are not saying you need this, but I think some people, as time goes on and their motors wear down, and then more oil gets vented, that this is something that can be needed depending on your application. The guys that just go to the car show and just wash their cars and those kind of things, you don't need this. Guys that go to the track, drag race, lots of RPMs, or do road racing, these guys, you might need this, which I think in my case I do. So just wanted to give you a little closer look at what we're dealing with as far as actual insides and those kind of things. So I'm gonna do my hands free and we're gonna take a look. All right, so the way, just want to do a little bit closer so in case anybody's curious what the insides look like. So you got this baffle, and this allows the oil to kind of catch and then kind of drain and push into your can here. You got an O-ring for sealing. You can see it's nice well and oiled, and these are your little lock rings. And then obviously you got your in and your out. And it's pretty simple setup. And then your connector, and I'm gonna put those on off camera. Pretty straightforward. You've got an O-ring. You're just gonna screw these on, tighten them, and then there's a mounting bracket, which I gotta figure out where the mounting bracket goes. I'm actually not sure yet. Looks like it comes, honestly, I don't know. Okay, so I've got them They just pop on, takes 2 seconds. I did take off this bracket on the side here just to make it getting easier too. You can see they kind of run close to your exhaust, so that's why they had to put the headers on, or the shielding on. A little bit of an eyesore sitting in the engine bay like that. I don't know if there's a way to tuck them, but looks like I'm gonna have to mount it. The hoses kind of go to about this point. I don't know of any other place to mount this other than somewhere right here. So I'm thinking on along this piece, I'm probably gonna have to drill some holes. I did figure out how this mounts. So basically this comes down and locks at whatever orientation you want, and then this cap comes over and it locks it down. So that's kind of how you set this up. All right. Well, I'm pleased to say these guys outsmarted me. There's actually factory 2 little bolts, these right here. So these go directly to the mount tabs. It already lines up to it, so you just set those on there and bolt it in. So this is true, just don't have to do anything, no drilling, nothing. Just pop on and you're good to go. Awesome. All right, so she's done. We got our lock piece. This is ties to our bolt. And then you got your push tabs. This is locked down. This can't come out until you pull this. It looks like it'd be easy change. It is a little close to the header, but not super worried about that. And then your orientation, you just want to go under the O2 sensor, get it away from the heat. It's got the heat shielding anyway, and so these wires will be down. I'll probably tie those a little bit off, but not touching anything. So they're shielded. That's it. So, all right, now it's like 10 minutes, easy peasy. Well, that's it. So let me know in the comments whether you think redundant systems, bad idea, good idea. Like I said, I think this is for kind of the more extreme end of performance part of the cars. If you're really pushing them, this might be something that's useful. Let me know if you think that's the case, or if you disagree and why you disagree. I understand some of the arguments about maybe increasing crankcase pressures by adding another system and more areas for it to travel. These hoses were very large in that setup, so I don't think that's going to be the case, but obviously we don't know, and we're all learning as we go. But as of right now, at least on my car, I'm getting a lot of oil in my intake, and I don't like that. It's not good for combustion, it's not good for the pistons, it's not good for knock, all those kind of things. So I understand, why the EGR system's there, and it is beneficial for emissions, and I understand that it can be beneficial at part throttle, but I spend a lot of time at wide open throttle, and I think that's why I'm seeing what I'm seeing. So if you're like me and you spend a lot of time at wide open throttle, like on the track, maybe you need this. So let me know what you think. Motor easy, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Bye. Chevy ain't cheap.